many times during the 20 years I was your leader, Friends of Spoon River, did you neglect the convention and caucus, leave the burden on my hands of guarding and saving the people's cause? Sometimes because you're ill, or your grandmother was ill, or else you drank too much and fell asleep. Or else you said, "Oh, we'll be well, he's our leader, he fights for us, we have nothing to do but follow." But oh, how you cursed me when I fell. You cursed me in saying I betrayed you, leaving the caucus room for a moment when the people's enemies, there assembled, gathered and watched for a chance to destroy the people's cause. Common rabble. I left the caucus to go to the urinal.
I was only 8 years old, and before I grew up and knew what it meant, I had no words for it, except that I was frightened, and told my mother, and that my father got a pistol and would have killed Charlie, who was a big boy, 15 years old, except for his mother. Nevertheless, the story clung to me. But the man who married me, a widower of 35, was a newcomer and never heard it, till 2 years after we were married. Then he considered himself cheated, and the whole village agreed that I was not really a virgin. Well, he deserted me, and I died the following winter.
I was sick. But more than that, I was mad at the crooked police and the crooked game of life. So I wrote to the chief of police at Peoria. I'm here in my girlhood, home in Spoon River, gradually wasting away. But come and take me. I killed the son of the merchant prince of Madame Lou's. And the papers have said that he killed himself at home while cleaning a hunting gun. Lie like the devil to hush up scandal. For the bribe of advertising, in my room, I shot him, and Madame Lou's. Because he knocked me down. And I said that in spite of all the money he had, I'd see my lover that night.
Gun begins.
My mustache curled, and my hair was black, and I wore tight trousers and a diamond stud. I was an excellent neighbor hearts and took many a trick. But when the gray hairs began to appear, lo, a new generation of girls laughed at me, not fearing me. And I had no more exciting adventures, when I was all but shot of a heartless devil. But only drabby affairs warmed over affairs of other days never met. And time went on until I lived at Mayor's restaurant, partaking of short orders. A gray, untidy, toothless, discarded rural Don Juan. There is a mighty shade here who sings of one named Beatrice, and I see now that the forces that made him great drove me to the dregs of life.
They used to ask me, while buying the wine and the beer, in Peoria first, and later in Chicago, Denver, New York, wherever I lived. And what was the start of it? Well, I told him a silk dress, and a promise of marriage from a rich man, Lucius Atherton. But that wasn't really it at all. Suppose a boy steals an apple from the tray at a grocery store, and everyone begins to call him a thief. The editor, the minister, the judge, and all the people. A thief, a thief, a thief, wherever he goes. He can't get work, and he can't get bread without stealing it. Why the boy will steal. It's the way people regard the theft of the apple that makes the boy what he is.
Often, Anne or Clue at the gate refused me the parting kiss, saying we should be engaged before that. No sooner did my departing footsteps die away than Lucius Atherton, so I learned when I never went to Peoria, stole in at her window, or took her riding behind his spanking team of bays into the country. The shock of it made me settle down, and I put all the money I got from my father's canning into the canning factory to get the job of head accountant, and lost it all. And then I knew I was one of life's fools, whom only death would treat as the equal of other men, making me feel like a man.